Maya and Brian win Love Island USA 2025. Huda and Chris break up right in front of our eyes. Olandria comes second. This was one hell of a finale event. Thank you so much to all of you who came. Now, before I get into this review, I have uploaded an Instagram reel of my event ASAP tonight. Please go and check that out at Murad_Morali. Go comment under it and show some support and engagement. I would really appreciate it. It goes a long way. Okay, now let's get back to the review. We had such a great time. The drinks, the pizza, the reactions, to see all of this in real time. To those who did not come, unfortunately, you guys, you lot missed out. But maybe I will see you guys at the reunion. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel and let's talk about it. So before we get into this video, comment down below if you want to come to a reunion event, because it seems a lot of people want to come to this. Okay, I'm glad that Iris and Pepe came fourth, because if they would have won, guys, we all would have been flying to Fiji tonight to stop the production from producing any more of Love Island USA. That was very fitting for me. What was shocking to me is Huda and Chris. Let's just unpack this for a minute, guys, before we talk about who won. Never in my life have I seen in Love Island history a couple in the finale, on the finale date, breaking up. When they both broke up and then that singer came to sing, we were all laughing so much. And then for Huda to say, "Can you please carry me?" and he's like, "No," and they had to walk. Like, this is one hell of a finale episode, but this is just goes to show you that Love Island sometimes just simply does not work. Chris's family now are all shading Huda, talking about she needs to heal, and I just think it's very unnecessary. I think that, I felt like Chris could have, spoken about the situation better with her. You don't have to be in a couple. Obviously they're not anymore. He's clearly been checked out. From what I've heard, guys, they've been arguing behind the scenes and during the episodes far more than we know, but they don't show it because of course they want Huda to be in a certain way because she is in the finale. I'm quite upset because all they needed to do was break up 2 days before and Ace and Shelley would have been in this finale. I don't think that Huda deserved to be here with Chris because they weren't a compatible couple, but I just felt sorry for her in that moment when she was crying, when she was going through it. Like, you could still carry her in some kind of way because you guys can still be friends at the very least. It's not that serious. I felt like Chris was being a bit hardened, and I'm not saying that he is in the wrong here. I'm just saying that he was being a bit more hardened than I expected, and I did feel for her in that moment. Huda got me into Love Island. I feel like she got a lot of people into Love Island because of her toxic ways, but by no means did I stay for the rest of Huda. I stayed for the rest of the other castmates that I ended up liking a lot, like Olandria, like Amaya, and I had a soft spot for Olandria, and I like the fact that she was brought back into the show and basically given a lifeline, which was now worth it because she came second. I think that's a very impressive place for Olandria to come, especially with Nick, and I really wanted them to win, to be honest with you, over Amaya. However, I'm happy that Amaya won. I'm satisfied with this finale. I loved her speech at the end, talking about you don't gotta, don't tame yourself, be who you want to be. I lived for that. I lived for that speech. Brian, let me not talk too much, but it's giving the spirit of Gregory. I feel like the spirit of Gregory is amongst us, but that's what I'm going to say right now. I'm glad for him. I know Zach must be pissed that he missed out on basically winning Love Island because he wanted to jump in and bully Amaya when all of them were doing so on that challenge. But I'm glad that Amaya won. She deserves it because she is a really good person. Olandria also deserved it, but I'm glad that they both finished in the top two. That's how I wanted it. Either one of them to win and the other one to be second. I think that this was a good finale. The outfits, the dates, some of the dates went wrong. Olandria's date was given Disney, the way they were kissing on that mountain, everybody was screaming. It was such a great event, guys, to watch this episode. The Huda Chris stuff is really, really crazy. Huda is basically back to square one. She came in the villa single, she left the villa single. And one thing about Huda is that I feel like she keeps going in circles, and the reason why she keeps going in circles is because she doesn't take responsibility for her actions. I.e., when she was with Jeremiah, she was basically stating, I'm shouting at you and I'm speaking to you in this way because of your behavior. No, Huda, you're doing so because of your own behavior. And I feel like she doesn't take responsibility for her toxic ways, and and talking about, I'm grown, I've got this growth. You don't grow in 2 weeks, and we've clearly seen that because you and Chris did not work. You're not compatible, and clearly Chris is just over it. He's tired because she doesn't understand. She likes to talk back. She is very toxic. I don't know, she's not a bad person, but she is very toxic. And so hopefully she learns from this. Hopefully she understands her toxic ways, goes to therapy, and actually, have a conversation with herself about the errors of her ways. I think that this could be a big learning curve for her when it comes to relationships in moving forward, but I'm glad that she did not win. And the reason why I say this is because if she won, then that would be a clear sign that her toxic behaviors are being rewarded, that they are right. And that simply is not the case. And this can be a big lesson for her. The way they broke up in front of that singer, and then she was singing, then they had to walk back because he didn't want to carry her, and they had to do them fake speeches. I just can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe the madness of them two breaking up like this. We all saw it coming from a mile. I told you, the girl wants to be more dominant. He is quite rude to her as well, telling her to shut up and stuff. He doesn't like the fact that she keeps trying to dominate him, demanding apologies from him publicly, basically kind of humiliating his ego. And as a man, a lot of people are not going to like that. And this is why these two did not work. And we saw how toxic she was with Jeremiah. I really want her to learn from her toxic ways with men. Because I don't know why you were hugging out with Olandria so much after it. Like, babes, they're a couple. You can sort things out with Chris if you want to, but let them have their moment. Iris and Pepe, I'm so happy they came forth. I don't know why Iris was quite shocked. Like, babes, you're not the main character. He's going back to Hannah anyways, but you guys are not the main character in this finale. You need to understand that. Have some self-awareness, because it should have been Ace and Shelley in your position anyways, let alone or Huda and Chris's position. Nick and Olandria were taking it in this episode. They were the highlight for me because I felt like they looked so good together. Olandria was best dressed today in the finale. I'm not overly excited about Nick's suit. I don't think it worked for him, but I'm glad that his hair was in the right place, because when he does a slick back, I just don't think it suits him as much. The speeches were amazing, especially Brian's speech to Amaya. It was beautifully written. And Nick's speech to Olandria crying as well. It was so intense. We had emotion, we had love, and we also had a lot of drama. It was a great finale episode. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm just happy that Amaya has won. I think it's a good ending to this season. I think the season has been very toxic. It's been very problematic. It's been absolutely insane. But I'm not mad at that. I think that Love Island can sometimes be more about love than drama, and sometimes more about drama than love. It can be a mix. Not every season is going to be the same. They're going to be extremely different. I liked the characters on the season, from Shelley to Olandria, to Jeremiah, to Huda, to Amaya. There were so many different people. I think it was a strong, stellar cast, and Love Island did well, clearly, because the ratings are higher this year and only getting higher. It is everywhere. It's gone viral. They've got Huda and Amaya nearly have 3 million followers. Like, it's huge. So producers are not going to look at this season and think it's a failure, because it definitely isn't. However, lack of producer manipulation and more love is definitely needed, because there are always rooms for improvements. I just can't believe Huda sat there and really said maybe we should be friends. They didn't even think, let's fake it into the end. Like, I can't be mad at that. They're obviously not feeling each other. You can see by their faces they are sick of each other. They're sick of each other's company. They can't deal with it. They're not going to be friends on the outside. They're not even going to be acquaintances. There's going to be shade thrown left, right and center. When the reunion happens August 25th, I'm going to be very curious. Also, I believe Sierra is going to be at that reunion. She's got a lot to talk about as well. I do want to do an event for this reunion. I wasn't planning on doing so, but everybody at my event wants to come to a reunion event, and I think that it could be a key. It could be a moment. It could be great drama on TV that we're going to see between all of these people, because they have a lot more to get into in a month's time. We'll see what relationships will stand in a month, or even some might break up. We simply just have no idea. I just really wish that Shelley was in this finale. I felt like she deserved to be there. Whether Ace has his ways that are manipulative, as a couple together they are much more stronger, and I just felt like they deserved to be there. Huda and Chris breaking up, not surprised. Nick and Olandria look fantastic together. I'm excited to see where they're going to go now. Love Island Games, it's returning this September. It's just been announced, and Ariana is taking over as a host. So I guess we got to do a Love Island event for Love Island Games finale. Like, guys, we're going to be busy in New York. Do you understand? We're going to be busy in New York. So many Love Island events are happening, and I'm just so here for it. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling chilled. We had a great event. I was a bit anxious because I wasn't sure who was going to win, but the right couple, Amaya, and Brian won. I personally would have wanted Nick and Olandria to win, but I'm satisfied with Amaya because she is a good girl. She's a good woman. She deserves it. She's been through so much, especially in that challenge where all the men jumped on her, and now all of these men are going to look like idiots when she comes out. They're going to be up her ass trying to be best friends with her, like Austin and all of these people, when she's now sitting on 3 million followers and these guys barely have anything. They're going to be on her like a leech. I hope she understands this, knows her worth, and doesn't be surrounded by all of these islanders who weren't friends with her in the villa. Now they all want to change the way they act and basically the way they see themselves. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Love Island USA is officially over. Thank you so much for those of you who tuned into my reviews, who came to my event, who continue to keep supporting me. I really, really appreciate it so much. If you came to my event, tag me in any videos on Instagram. I'm going to be reposting all of it. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.